Now we have to meet with that guy. Cannot pronounce his name, but he's going to be out there. It's called Disrupt the Meeting. Now we are heading out to disrupt the meeting. Not very far out here. There are a lot of people PvPing, it seems. Let's talk to this guy, and he's just outside the door here. Now we have a quest called Raid. And as soon as you click it, you're getting teleported to another area.
Вы просите слишком много. Полковник Власов уже выделил вам вертолет. И все это для борьбы с кучкой...
И вы, не полковник Власов, не имеете настоящего понимания, насколько опасны эти блаженные. Без вашей поддержки нам не удастся сдержать их.
Вы что думаете, присажались к армейским запасам, и мы вам теперь все, что попросите, дадим? Дали вертолет. Дальше что? Танки, беспилотники, красную кнопку в чемоданчике не подогнать?
Стоп! Тут что-то не так.
And you immediately get thrown into the shit here. You can use this little thing to blockade yourself so you don't get shot quite so much. All right. I think they're still, yeah. Still a few over here to the left, and they got some armor on. Go ahead and loot all these guys. Couple more in here, and that's all of them. Now we just got to go back and talk with that guy, however you pronounce his name.
Вот это мы всыпали, красиво. А ты хорош, братан. Еще бы. У нас тут так, ну, узнать хотя бы побольше.
So that's the end of Raid. Now we have a quest called Torture. And now we have to interrogate the prisoners. So you go into this entrance right here. All right, so now when we zone in here, we're going to have a quest to interrogate a prisoner, aka torture one. Oh, he popped into existence. All right. His name is Lapshin. I'm going to talk with him. Tell me about Colonel. He's not going to tell you anything right now. So you can either say start the torture, you can actually torture him, or you can say no, I can't torture somebody. I don't know if there's a downside to torturing him or not, but I'm going to say I'm not going to torture somebody.
Что, братан, духу не хватило из этого муденя выбить сведения? Ну, бывает. Видать, тебе во время боя...
And now he sends us back to Shaman.
Похоже, у Власова-то личные счеты с блаженными.
So, return to Shaman. I don't remember where it throws you out. Oh, even better. It throws you out in the bar.
Ты вернулся. И ресурсы.
Ты слышишь его зов. Ты не можешь ему сопротивляться. Ты призван. Кто может бороться с этой силой? Сдайся. Присоединись. По-хорошему. А иначе... я утоплю тебя в твоих же собственных кошмарах.
All right, so you now get teleported. You don't have a choice. This just happens. And here's an unknown guy. Go ahead and talk to him. You can only talk to him a couple times, and when you try to walk through here, you're going to fall through the floor, and you're immediately going to be being chased by a chimera. So you got to turn around, 180, go to the right, and this thing is fast, by the way. Just keep running. If you run to the left, he seems to catch you almost immediately. Now you're down here. I don't think he chases you once you drop down here. Yeah, once you're down here, you're safe. And then you're back at the bar. I would definitely recommend watching the path I took and kind of figuring that out before you go through running through there, because I died a bunch of times trying to figure out the direction to go. So now we're back down to talk to the shaman again, which he's going to be down here, same spot.
Тебя посетило очередное видение. Лучше иметь хоть какое-то объяснение, тем важнее сконцентрироваться на нашем... Власов оказывает санитарам активную... Если у него есть связи, я подумаю об этом. У меня есть парочка. Поначалу мы надеялись, что помощь Власова санитарам ограничится снабжением. Но совсем... Нет, мы этого не допустим. Хорошенько дать военным по носу. Я обозначу тебе места, где периодически появляются их отряды.
And I'm going to choose, well, vacation time is overtime to fight off. So now we have Vlasov is coming quest. And you need 5 officer chevrons. You also get a new piece of armor from him, Seeker's Mockingbird, which is actually a really good piece of armor. It doesn't have quite as high resistances, but we're going to wear it because that is a huge upgrade on the damage front. You should have a ton of these officer chevrons, and you only need 5 for this. So now we're going to talk to Shaman again.
Один удручающий доклад за другим. Ты ж зараза. Власов отправил в яму нескольких своих лейтенантов. Если ты сможешь избавиться...
5,000 rubles, 2 more field rations,
это вдохновит наших людей и ослабит...
and 1,500 repair units. So now we got to go kill 2 military lieutenants, and the military lieutenants are the guys in the pit that show up as a yellow helmet for the event, and you actually have to damage and kill the boss guy, not the regular soldiers. So if there's other people there doing it, you have to make sure that you're also shooting. You have to make sure that you're also shooting that boss. Alrighty, we are back in the pit, and we are just looking for these military camps with the yellow helmet. Essentially, I have to try and get over there before they do that, which I don't think I'm going to make it because it looks like they're already started. You want to get in there and tag? Nice. Oh, I didn't get credit for that. I actually have to be the one to kill it. Okay, so future reference, you actually have to be the one to kill the thing. I let that other guy tag the boss. He got the kill on it, and I didn't get credit for the lieutenant. So you have to actually get the kill on the boss. I'm gonna circle all the way around. All right, I got that credit for killing him, but you have to actually be the one to get the kill. Nice. All right. That's the 2 lieutenants that I needed to kill. And now we just need to go back to the bar to get to Shaman. So let's head back that way. All right, so we're back at the bar. I'm going to go talk to Shaman.
Мне сообщили, что операции военных... Я прослежу. Да. В зоне хватает группировок. Возможно, бойцы Завета также способны помочь нам. Но к ним нужен именно так. Я продолжу сплачивать блаженных.
Another 10,000 rubles, 500 repair units, 2 big bags of meds, and morphine. And now we have the enemy of my enemy. And this is the point where you have to go and talk to one of the 2 sub-factions. So for us, it's either going to be the Mercenaries or the Covenant. So for Bandits, Mercenary Camp is all the way top left. Covenant base is underground. So I'm going to be going with the Mercenary because from what I can tell, that's more PvP oriented. And that's kind of where I'm leaning towards once I get through with all the quests. I know that you don't actually choose your faction, your sub-faction, until you get max level with the bar and get access to the 100 rad bar. So it's still got a long way to go before we actually choose it. But I do have to side with one of them right now. So I'm going to go and talk to the Mercenaries. I'm going to make the long run and I will see you guys shortly. So we made it up here to the Mercenary camp. Now I just have to go over here and find Mueller. Or Muller? Muller, not even Mueller. Okay, so here's Mueller. I'm here on important business. Can't you help out at all? Okay. I suspect the price for this isn't going to be low because he's going to pay the soldiers not to go help that guy out. Colonel Vlasov. He wants us to go do a job for him. A very unusual monster has taken up in these parts. The white coats are interested in it. I'll tell you all the details, but only if you agree to the deal. If you do, there's no going back on it. So he wants us to agree to this before he tells us about it. So it works for me. The Minstrel, my favorite boss fight. You'll see why. So I need to find the monster and kill it. They can't track it. Sounds promising. Well, luck wasn't on their side, but I'm grabbing it by the tail. So now you complete the enemy of my enemy quest and you get the quest, a deal with the Mercenaries. So you tell him you'll find it and kill the Minstrel. Now we have to go find Lucky's squad, which they're the ones that got sent after the Minstrel and didn't come back. And they're going to be way over here. Before you go fight the Minstrel, I highly recommend bringing the RPD that if you've been following my other guides, you should have by now as a bandit, or the Hunter's Mossberg, which you should also have. Easy quest line to do in the bar as a bandit to get this. And I say that because the Minstrel fight is terrible. He's a bloodsucker who runs faster than you do, and he has a roar that disorients you and slows you down. He also has a grab attack because he's a bloodsucker. He is just a terrible fight. He doesn't act like the regular bloodsuckers where you can stagger him and he'll stop chasing you for a second. He just runs to you the whole time. He just beelines it right for you. So I'm going to show you that you can do this fight with just a shotgun. You don't need the RPD. You can actually do it with the Hunter's MP 133 that you get from Bullet in the Cordon Zone, because that's how I killed him on my first playthrough with my Stalker. With that being said, I'm going to make my way over to find the missing patrol, so I will see you guys shortly. So we are pretty close to where we need to find the missing patrol. Nah. Oh my god. I'm glad I was sprinting. Damn, black holes all over the place. Another black hole. Here's Lucky Squad. Mercenary. You see several horrible injuries on his body. Hey, can you hear me? What attacked you? Are you from Lucky Squad? And he says it was Minstrel. So that ends a deal with the Mercenaries, and we get Lucky's Trail quest. So now we just gotta follow the breadcrumbs and not die to black holes. Here we go. Here's the next one. Here's Lucky. And by the way, we're way over here on the map now. That completes Lucky's Trail, and now we have the quest Minstrels Trail. I'll keep hunting. And what do you know? More breadcrumbs. Oh, here we go. Interact with the tree. Need to be careful. Quest Minstrels Trail complete. Now we have Hunting Minstrel. By the way, Lucky is right back there. And the tree is right here that you needed to click on. So now we're going right here. Kill Minstrel. Ah, here we go. Entrance. When you zone in here, it's going to start popping up all these prompts telling you how to parkour. You're going to go over to here, Q and W, and then you can just skirt across to the right. Same thing when you see these little dark green mossy areas. You can fall right the fuck off because the parkour is terrible in this game. Oh my god. Okay, so when you first zone in, the first thing I would do is just go ahead and jump in the pit and kill all the rats, because you're gonna fall and they are annoying. So go down there and kill them. You're just parkouring across these. Now this says the Q to grab the beam, move your head while hanging, and W to change height. There we go. It's very finicky though, so it may take you a couple times. Then you run across this beam here. Now you're going to crawl through this. Going to the left here. Now you're going to the right. And once you get here, you can go ahead and stand back up. Now on these, you're essentially just running and holding Q, and you'll just grab the next one. Just hold W and Q and forward, and you'll continually grab those. This one, you're just parkouring on these little ledges. And once you get to this point, you see the little checkpoint received, or the checkpoint reached popped up. If you die anywhere from here on, which is easy to do, you'll respawn right here. Now there's a black hole right there, so you have to make sure to hit this ladder and not fall off into the black hole. Then you're going to go where this flare is, and you are going to skirt around this ladder. Going down this, hugging the wall. Continuing on. Now at this point, you're going to skirt here and you're going to jump, and about half the time that's going to happen, I'm not going to lie. This is also one of the reasons they're doing a parkour update in January of this year. Sometimes your guy just does not jump right here. If you can, try to sprint jump or just sprint forward and try to get off there. Now when you die in here, you lose all your ammo and your med kits, which is why I told you not to bring anything really extra. There are ammo crates in here that you can hit to give you more ammo. Once you come all the way down here, you can go back here and there's some little lore items. As soon as you get to this area, there's going to be a big earthquake type thing and you're going to hear a scream and a cave in. But there's a notebook back here. If you want some lore, you can come and read this. There's a few of those pasted throughout this whole place. But the way we actually want to go is, this is where you parkour down. You come around here. You actually want to go to the right and follow the flare. Dropping down here. You got another one of these little areas where you have to hold Q and kind of look up and angle your head so that you're running the right way. You have to hold Q and W the whole time to hold onto that ledge. You're probably, if you're like me, you're gonna rage at this part because the parkour is just not good. We got us another cave in going on somewhere. I would wait for this to stop before you try to jump. I don't know if it affects you, but this area is already terrible enough without extra stuff. Run and jump. Run and jump again. And you're going to be going this way. This is another checkpoint. And this is what I was talking about, the armor crates and the ammo crates. You can interact with this. It really doesn't matter because there's another one later on and you're probably going to die and drop all this shit anyway. Jesus, how much did it give me? It gave me so much. I am overweight. The only reason to go that way is a note. This is where you actually want to go. I think there's another note somewhere around here. Yep, another note right here. Then you're just running back, going down this way. Another ladder. Another ladder. Another checkpoint. Continuing down. There's a ladder there, and then there's a climber parkour area here. Jumping. Jumping again. More climbing. Sometimes you got to tap spacebar a few times while you're doing that. Run and jump. Run and jump. This one, you're going to want to aim there so that you have something to stop you. Then you skirt over to here. Jump to here. Jump to the next one. Now, there's a note over here, I think. Is there one more note? Yeah, there's another note here. And you're actually heading back this way. Another little parkour section. Yet another parkour section. In this part, you just got to spam the space bar and die. Oh man, this is why the parkour sections in this game are just absolute dog shit. There we go. You have to be in just the pixel perfect spot to let it climb up there for some reason. Crawling under this. And it feels like you're going to fall off while you're crawling because you have to get so far to the right to be able to actually make the little ledge there. Here's a orderly's corpse that you can interact with. And there's a note right next to him. And he's got a code stash on him, so 581-21287. At this point, another one of the parkour areas where you have to just climb across. And this is the next checkpoint right here. Black hole right there, so you can't jump that. You know what? Actually, I'll show you how to do it the right way. Okay, so there's a little ledge right here that you have to let go at the end right here. And then you got to jump to that little ledge, which the fun part is the ceiling's not high enough, so you bounce off of the ceiling. Okay, so you get to the end here. Let go. And try to hold Q when you make this jump, because sometimes he'll grab it, sometimes he won't. Now you're aiming for that area. Okay, you don't actually have to sprint. I finally made the jump, but you do have to grab the ledge. And the fun part is now you have to grab this ledge. And then drop off here and then skirt around this way. And that's the way you're supposed to do it. And it is terrible. Now you have to climb up this, which you should be able to climb this pretty well. I never have had a problem getting up here. You can go that way. There's really not any reason. Where you want to go is right here. You climb in here, make your first right, go past the lantern on your left, keep going this way. See a glow stick, so I think it's this way. I'm having to try and remember what path I took. Another glow stick. Drop down all the way. Slide. Slide again. I think there is a... Oh, by the way, if you take this, it takes you all the way back up to the parkour section right above this, so do not do that. There's a notebook here. But do not go through that space bubble, because I did that on the first time I was down here. And it took me right back up to the parkour section, and you got to do the parkour section again. You're going to drop down here. And drop down again. And this is the checkpoint right before the fight. So what I would... I'm going to try the... I'm going to do it with just a shotgun here. There's an ammo thing right here, so you get bullets. And you also get med kits. Now, once you drop down, you teleport, and then once you drop down again, the boss fight is on. So we're going to see if I can do this in one attempt. I don't have high hopes because this guy is a piece of shit. But I'm going to show you the strat that I use. What you're going to want to do is you drop down. He's right around the corner here. Get him to chase you. Kite him around and then come up to this little thing here. You're going to want him to get stuck on it if you can. There's the scream I was talking about, which is just fantastic. You're essentially just having to kite him and heal. And his little scream will knock you off of that ledge. See, this is what I was talking about. He is terrible to fight. He runs faster than you. You cannot outrun him. He doesn't stagger like most bloodsuckers will stop and turn a different way and then run back at you. He doesn't do that. And his little roar thing is terrible. What I would suggest doing is hopping down, getting all your med kits from your other one, grab some bullets, Go ahead and aggro him. Go around here, and if you stand on this edge, he bugs out a little bit. He does that, and it will knock you off, though, so you're going to have to kite him. But essentially what you're wanting to do is get up here. Jesus, why is he doing the roar so much? But if you get right here, let yourself heal up. He gets down here and he kind of gets stuck, and you can get some free shots on him. Yeah, right now he's glitching out bad. I don't know what he's doing. He's got me. Oh, great. He's holding me right now, so I can't do anything. He double grabbed me there, so. Oh, fun times. Fun times. Yeah, he's a bit of a son of a bitch. I didn't get any of them to work. You're pretty much just always wanting to have a heal going off. Like, as soon as he hits you, if it looks like he's going to get a second hit off, just heal, run, try to get back up here. If he does that, just go ahead and run, because generally he's going to knock you off or grab you. If you can preemptively run while he's trying to do the yell, it's even better. Let myself heal up. Even though he's low, I'm still going to heal and run, because it doesn't take much for him to insta-gib you. Okay. That's how I did it the first time, and the only way I could consistently kill this guy is by just running up here. Sometimes he just kind of stands there and then he runs around or whatever, but it gives your med kits time to heal you. If you just try to kite him, he runs faster than you. And since he doesn't have any sort of stagger mechanic, and when you couple that with the fact that he has that roar that staggers you, just trying to kite him is not really a strategy that's going to work. That's how I did it. There's another strategy that you bring. This is where you drop down right here. There's another strategy where you come over here and you climb up on top of this, and he somehow gets bugged out and you just have to kind of dip back and forth. He just keeps running around these stalagmites. I never could get this one to work. It did not work for me at all. And there's also another one where you come lay down right here. But it's the same thing. He can still grab you. He can still hit you. And his roar will still knock you off. The easiest one that I found is to just come up here, shoot him. As soon as he hits you, as soon as he roars, hop off, run around this pillar, heal, and then go right back up here. Let your med kit take you all the way back up to full. Shoot him again, rinse and repeat. After we killed him, though, we're going to hop through this portal. So now we are back the Fool's Path, right where we went in. So now we have to return to the Mercenary base. So I will see you guys when we get there, because that's a pretty good journey. We are back at the Mercenary base. We're headed back up to talk to Muller. Muller? Is it Muller? We're headed back up to talk to Muller. Hand over Minstrel's head. And this is where you get the M1A. 20,000 rubles, M1A, steroids, Hercules drinks, and 2,000 units. I'll let you see the M1A here. But now we have to go all the way back to Shaman, so back to the bar. We are back to the bar, about to talk to Shaman. The mercenaries don't just sell themselves, they also buy off other people. I'll take care of Vlasov, don't worry. So that ends Mercenaries Aid, and we picked up Colonel Vlasov. Now we have the quest to kill Vlasov. And I did go ahead and throw the M1A on because it does have the 1.5 times headshot damage multiplier for PvP. I might run with it and this in my inventory. I am putting the shotgun back up for now, that's for sure. And to kill Vlasov, we have to go all the way back to the Dead City. So I'm going to run all the way back up there and I will see you guys in a second. We are back in the Dead City, about to go to the Colonel Vlasov quest. Let's help this guy out first because he's having a hell of a time. All right, so let's go in here. I'm probably going to swap to the RPD because there are a lot of armored enemies in here. We're just going to head up these stairs. Ammo box here. All right, we're good to go. Now we got to crawl in here like a sneaky snake. Oh, there's a notebook back here. You discovered part of some coordinates. So we need to be looking for the other parts of that PDA. Take him out silently. I say use the RPD in here because it's got such a big magazine. And it also just torches things. As long as you're hitting your shots.
Один из наших недавно на нашей же мине подорвался. Дебил. У нас 200-й.
Okay. Only problem with the RPD is reloading it. All right, let's see if we can find the rest of those notes. Ow. I'm not going to hit that ammo yet. Who's shooting? Oh, there you are. Ow. You know what? We're going to swap back into this and see if it does better with the headshots. Maybe. Oh, there's a note. Got more pieces of the coordinates. Jesus. That guy. We might need to pull this out to kill him. He's got a shotty. So I do not want to let him get close. I think headshots is the way to go here. That guy had a lot of armor on. Holy shit. Go ahead and reload. There's one. More coordinates. I think there's another guy to the right, left down here. He's kind of far away. RPD doesn't do that great for super long distances. Torches him up close though. Cancel that reload. I still got 50 bullets. That's plenty. Let's go down here. Pretty sure there's another note somewhere around here. There we go. Examine the opposite side. More coordinates. I missed one, I'm pretty sure, on my Stalker playthrough. There's one. All right, got them all this time, and we got the Deserter Stash quest. I definitely missed one on my other run, so you can go back and watch this video. I'll leave all the location of the notes in. Oh, I wish it was that easy.
Вот и ты, нарушитель спокойствия. Полагаю, ты, наверное, один из этих блаженных. Тогда слишком поздно.
Start fight.
Полковник, уходите! Откровенно заеб...
More ammo. I'm already overweight. Actually, let's see what the RPD does to him. wait for him to get done firing. He tricked me that time. RPD does way more damage, so definitely bring the RPD. Because as long as you're landing your shots, it just ramps up. Now he's moved. Wait on him to get to firing again. Oh, he moved. There's gonna be an armored guy over here, like a big boy. I don't know where the big boy's at. Oh, shit, he's close. I can't get too close to that guy because he hurts. Shit. I think he's bugged out. He may not be able to come down that ramp. Okay. Kind of had to cheese him. Okay. Okay, Vlasov is dead. Thank God, because the music stops when he dies. Loud. Okay. Good Lord, that was loud. All right, let's go back outside. And now we just head all the way back to the Shaman. So I'm going to make the trek, and I will catch you guys here in a second. Okay, so we are headed to the Deserter's Stash, which is the quest we picked up in the main story mission to kill Vlasov, Colonel Vlasov. We're going to go in here and see what this is. I didn't get this on my Stalker when I did this mission because I missed one of the notes. So I'm really not sure what this is going to be. We're going to find out together. It's going to be upstairs, it looks like. There we go. There it is. Examine the crate. Nice. Okay. You get 3 Epi, 2 Hercules, 2 cheap tools, a pouch of 762 armor piercing, and 556 armor piercing, pouch of first aid kits, and 500 repair units. So not bad. All right, and that completes that quest. So definitely worth getting all 5 notes in there. Free stuff is always nice. I'm probably just going to throw this quest in with the main story quest because it's a branch off of it. So now we're heading back to the bar to meet Shaman. We did that on the way since it was so close. So I'll catch you guys here in a second. We are back at the bar about to talk to Shaman. Colonel's dead. The orderlies have lost their ally. We still haven't reached the blue sphere, and the orderlies are not defeated. then I must go see him right away. And at this point you get, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. You get a new Beretta, you get a pistol. You also get 15,000 rubles and 1,500 repair units. That ends Vlasovs Defeat quest, and you pick up Epiphany. So now we have to go find out the location of the blue sphere, which we have to go all the way back to Oracle, who is now over in the pit. So that quest gave us this Beretta that already has the extended magazine on it. The differences I can see is the maximum distance of the Walther is 50 meters. The maximum distance of this one is 60. This one's got 430 shots a minute. This one's got 415. The reload's a little longer on the Beretta. I kind of think I'd rather have the Beretta. I think the main thing I like about this one is that sights are a little easier to see. We're going to go ahead and head over to the Epiphany where we meet Oracle, and I will see you guys in just a second. We have made it to the pit. We are almost to where we need to talk to Oracle for the main quest. Trying to remember how you... Oh, here we go. Condor stopped us.
Он все пытается объять необъятное, но кажется, он все пытается объять необъятное, но...
Okay. So, here he is.
Друже, самое... Не поз... Да... Нужно сконцентрироваться. Я уже знаю, как это делать. Я отыщу этот предмет. Наш путь подходит к концу. Я вижу это. Я вижу его. Шар. Что это? Я ведь уже разглядел. Еще чуть-чуть. Я укажу тебе. Я видел его. Я знаю, где он. Я видел его. Видел!
Ты мне объясни.
We found you unconscious in the meadow. Someone took his brother. So the orderlies now have Oracle. So now we have to go back to Shaman and tell him that Oracle has been abducted. All right, let's go see what Shaman has to say. Oracle's been kidnapped. He managed to find the spear, but at the last moment the orderlies showed up. He didn't tell me. You can tell him one of three things. I'm going to tell him calm down. We won't solve any problems by arguing. What's our plan? And what about me? Another base we have to attack. Where's the meeting? And time to play spy. So that finishes Oracle's abduction. Now we have a quest called I. This is the point where I'm at on my stalker. So everything past this point is all uncharted territory for me as far as the main story quest goes. And I think this is going to be way up north. Yeah, this is going to be all the way up north in the Fool's Path. But I think before we go any farther, I probably need to start crafting some better armor. Most of the area up there, I keep having to avoid and run around a bunch of like level 2 radiation and level 2 bio and level 2 psi. So I'm probably going to make some more armor before we go up there and finish out that. I'm thinking about doing the main story video up until this point. And I'm going to go farm some armor and stuff. Farm some upgrade mats, upgrade some things, and then we're going to continue on with the main story quest. So if you found this video helpful at all, go ahead and drop a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below, as always, if there's anything else you want to see. With that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video. Y'all take it easy and have a good one.